way I communicated in that decision, I will communicate the same. And the idea is to also to communicate to the public that whatever is happening, it's not something to shy away from. So that we come with moderate, soft words. One thing I'll tell you is when I write my judgment, I'm not considering what the judge of appeal will say. I'm dealing with the problem as a judicial officer independently. And if another person feels that I use strong words and criticizes me, I'm ready to be criticized. That's why we are judges.
Yes, we are ready to be criticized, but isn't there an obligation on a judge, and you will be the Chief Justice writing judgments, isn't there an obligation to communicate to the public clearly without leaving a situation where somebody who is marginalized feels that you are not giving due attention to the situation? And I'll read for you what you said there. And I'll read for you. You said there, it is important to distinguish between law and morals. It is the law that a child below the age of 18 cannot consent to sex, which is true. Section 8.5 qualifies the provisions of Section 8.1 and 8.4, which penalizes defilement. It can easily be concluded that it is immoral for one to have sex with a child under the age of 18 years. However, where the child under 18 who is protected by the law opts to go into men's houses for sex and then goes home, why should the court conclude that such a person was defiled? In my view, that cannot be defilement. The complainant normally does not complain, but is made to be the complainant because she is 18. My view is that such a behavior is that of an adult and not a child. Children are not meant to enjoy sexual intercourse. Whenever they do, then that becomes the behavior of an adult. Although the public will frown upon an adult who engages in sex with a child, we should not forget the circumstances have changed. Young children engage in sex at a very young age. This is not out of defilement. Conviction of a defiler should be based on actual circumstances and proof that the complainant was indeed defiled. So basically, when a person reads this, they say you as a judge are saying it is okay and a defiler should be let free if a child behaves like an adult, and it is something that should not be discouraged. That is what the complainants are saying.
Everybody will complain, Judge and Commissioner. Sorry to call you Judge. As I've said, everybody has his own interpretation of what you say. I believe I used very polite words, and I was picking from what the complainant said. If you go back, the complainant, I will be very honest, the proceedings before the magistrate court, that complainant said, I went to this man's house to have sex and I go home. That's what that lady said.
Now, of course, that is different from your other decision. There's the decision of you gave the decision, the Council of Imams versus Attorney General. And in that case, you are very, very clear that whatever the cultural, religious, social issues, child marriage is illegal and it cannot be permitted, isn't it? And in fact, you are very firm. There was no equivocation on your part.
And if you will allow me 2-3 minutes, these are two distinct cases. The first case deals with the defilement of a 14-year-old girl with a man that have been together for 3 years. The second one is a deliberate. You get a 16-year-old girl, marry her off and say the Islamic religion allows somebody to be married at that age. So distinctively, if I am to say it's true, because she was 16, she agreed to be married there, because the problem in the second case was these people had been charged in a criminal case, and now they came to me saying the charges should be quashed because this lady was 16 years, and she agreed to be married. The parents gave her to get to be married. Can I say that truly at 16-year-old you are not being defiled, you are being married, and the law should encourage that? I can't say that.
Yes.
And that's why I came up and said, you go and face the criminal cases, and it is not possible. The law does not allow that. Turning now to the other one, here we are with the people who are friends, and now it's not a marriage, this is a friendship which has been subsisting for over 3 years. The facts are clear there, and in my mind I was saying, surely I can smell defilement from very far. The moment I read the charge sheet and the evidence of the complainant, I will know this is defilement. But there are those gray areas where you can see, surely, if the law should serve the society in this situation, do we have a defilement? Thank you.
Okay. So the problem